Okay, we have here an interesting integral from MIT 2024. This is regular season number 2. We have the integral of 1 over x to the 2024 minus x to the 4047 dx. Okay, now for my first step here, what I want to notice is clearly we can factor something out of the denominator. The only question is, do we factor out x to the 2024 or do we factor out x to the 4047? Well, I want to factor out the x to the 4047, and we'll see why in just a second. So let's just do this. If I factor this as factoring out the 4047, this first term here is going to become x to the minus 2023, and the second term is just going to be a minus 1. And then, of course, what we have here is a fraction, right? So what I'm going to do is I want to take this x to the 4047, bring it into the numerator, and when we rewrite this, you'll notice we have x to the minus 4047 over x minus 2023 minus 1. And now you may see why that I wanted to factor out the x to the 4047, because either way we're going to have a negative exponent here in the numerator. But now doing it this way, we have a negative exponent in the denominator, so it's going to be good for a U-substitution. Whereas if we factor out the x to the 2024, this other term, I'd have a positive exponent over here. It's not clear how the U-substitution would work. So let me just rewrite this, but actually it's still not quite clear how it's going to work, right? Because here in the denominator, I've got x to the minus 2023. And if I make a U-substitution for just this or the whole thing, the derivative is going to have like an x to the minus 2024. So it doesn't quite make sense. Well, let's just go ahead with it and see what happens. I'm going to make my U-substitution just for this term. I'm not going to include the 1 on this, and I think you'll see why. So what we'll do, we'll come over here. So my U is going to be x to the minus 2023. I'll go ahead and take the derivative. Using power rule on this, we get minus 2023 x minus 2024 dx. And so again, what we have here, it doesn't match this, but what I can do is for x to the minus 4047, I can rewrite that. I can split this up and write it as x to the minus 2023 times x to the minus 2024. As you add those exponents, you get back to x to the minus 4047. So I'll rewrite this to set it up. I'll bring this x to the minus 2024 way over here, and I'll just create this minus 2023. Now we have this other piece we don't want to forget. We've got x minus 2023, and now so that we're not changing it here, I can multiply by minus 1 over 2023 here. So that way this times this is just 1, and again this times this is our x to the minus 4047. And then I'll copy down the denominator, and then we should be all set up for this U-substitution. So I'll just go ahead with this. We're going to have this up front, minus 1 over 2023. And then what happened here, this is actually just the same thing as our U value. So when we transform this, we're going to have here, this is going to be U. Everything else is just du. And then the denominator is going to transform to just U minus 1. But then this here is going to be a pretty easy integral. I can just, if I subtract 1, now I've created an integral that's 1. Don't want to change it, so we'll add 1. And then what we have here, we can take this and we can split this off into 2 integrals. Okay, so now that we have it broken up, I distributed in the minus 1 over 2023 to each term. And again, when we do it this way, this is just going to become a 1. So we'll go ahead and integrate. First, we're going to have minus 1 over 2023. Integral of 1 is just u. And then here we have minus 1 over 2023. And this is actually just going to be natural log absolute value u minus 1. Okay, now at this point, I just did the back substitute in order to finish this off. Back substitute here. So first we'll have minus 1 over 2023, but for x to the minus 2023, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write it in the denominator here. I'll write it as x to the 2023 here. Then we'll have minus 1 over 2023, natural log. Again, I'm going to write this as 1 over x 2023 for our u value. But for the minus 1, I want to get a common denominator, so I'm going to write this as x 2023 over x 2023. Notice we could just use the 1 here and we'd be done, but I actually want to get it into the same form as the MIT solution, so I'm going to try to simplify it a little bit more. So just looking at this piece here, what's going to happen is we put this together, we're going to have, I'll write it as natural log 1 minus x 2023 over x 2023. And then by log properties, I can actually split this up, so I can write it as 1 minus x 2023 minus ln x 2023. But now taking this here, we want to go back and we want to distribute in this coefficient that we have in front. So for the first term, we're going to have minus 1 over 2023, and then we'll have this piece, natural log absolute value 1 minus x 2023 here. Now for this last piece here, we distribute in minus 1 over 2023 times minus ln x 2023. We're going to get plus 1 over 2023 natural log x 2023. But then by log properties, I could bring the exponent out front here. But then this here is just going to be 1, so we'll cancel that off. And so for the final solution, we have minus 1 over 2023 x 2023 minus 1 over 2023 natural log 1 minus x 2023 plus natural log x, add a plus c, and that's it. Okay, so there you have it. Kind of a long solution and some extra steps just trying to simplify this. So that's it for today. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good day.